Thanks, Colin. Good afternoon, everyone. As the slide says, Emmanuel Vivant was to present this afternoon. I don't speak French that well, so I'm not Emmanuel Vivant, you'll get me in Australian. I think this represents the epitome of fleet. To me, it doesn't use much fuel. Some of its droppings can be a little odious, but at the end of the day, you can put it on the roses. But that's circa 1900 from the United States, and it just shows where we were, I guess, to where we want to be. And this afternoon, I'd like to run through how SUEZ thinks of where we might be, where we want to go, and some of the systems that will help us get there in the future. In our current fleet makeup, there's high changeover occurring, particularly in our urban areas at the moment, and it's from suds to muds. I think all will agree that that dynamic is enormous in all our LGAs. And I guess when I first came to the industry, we just got the Otto bin. Not too long after that, we started to pick things up with a side load truck, and the side load became the norm, and it was the truck that we used constantly. We're now seeing a reversal. We're getting now the old, in some suburban areas, a 90-10 mix of side load to rear load. We're getting as close to 50-50 in some of the suburban areas which are now going to tender. And I don't see that decreasing. The urban sprawl is upwards. It's certainly not outwards anymore, even though there's some of that, it's certainly upwards. What we've done to do that, we've had to look at specific vehicles, smaller vehicles for difficult access. It's what's needed. I know that some people that I've spoken to recently are taking this into account, particularly in the planning areas, because currently some of the heights within buildings that we have to take vehicles are pretty restrictive. So we've got to look at ways to get around that in some of the older areas, from anywhere from 2.1 to 2.8 total height of the vehicle. Low entry vehicles have provided a much safer work platform for our employees. In the past, you notice drivers in a rear load vehicle particularly jumping out of the vehicle on the right hand side, going around the back, picking up bins, putting them on, emptying them, getting back in that way. With the low entry vehicles, we've got the walk-through cab. The guys can get out from the right-hand side, straight out, through bus door type effects as well, and do the work much more simply, so we give a much safer environment. We've seen a huge development in alert and action systems, and they've changed the safety profile. We have smart brakes, we have collision avoidance systems, we have vastly increased camera coverage, up to 8 and 9 cameras on trucks, and G-force activated systems. The G-force activated systems are those which, when the driver brakes seriously or very hard, it also takes up a film, so it's a bit like your forward-facing camera, and it can be used in accident investigation and those sorts of things. Onboard recording and reporting in real time are an integral part of the forward-thinking fleet. If we don't have that, we can't meet the requirements of the demands of LGAs, customers, ratepayers, etc., and how we're going to report and manage our work going forward. And a deal of today's presentation will revolve around that. SUEZ has an answer to that. I'd like to share that with you, and we've recently put it into a LGA in Sydney, and we have been supplying it in responses to RFTs quite regularly recently.
SUEZ helps councils find smart and reliable solutions to manage waste in their communities. And at the heart of everything we do is our commitment to safety and service excellence. Our onboard management system, SUEZ Core, provides councils with one source of truth and an exceptional degree of data visibility, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With Core, contract management is easier and simpler than ever. Supported by our truck management system, customer service and on-road supervision, Core is a highly flexible, end-to-end IT solution that integrates seamlessly into Council's existing CRM and website, connecting Council staff, residents, drivers, customer service staff, as well as on- and off-site supervisors. Using this internationally renowned system, we can create a bespoke platform that works for you, with detailed and custom reports based on the data collected. Safety is our #1 priority. Our road safety management system ensures that when our trucks are on the road, they are safe, compliant, and properly maintained. Onboard and street view cameras provide visual feedback on collection services and allow drivers to easily identify and avoid hazards. Automatic sensor brakes activate when a person or object appears behind the truck, reducing the chance of collisions. Drivers are central to the success of these systems. Specialised technology allows us to monitor driver behaviour with regular coaching to maintain a high professional standard that exceeds NHVR chain of responsibility obligations, which in turn protects residents and reduces Council's exposure. The increased visibility of each driver's route significantly improves service levels and operational efficiency. When the driver completes their street sections, the onboard device ticks off each collection as it's made. Drivers will manually confirm services for special needs residents, with specific addresses highlighted in the system. The system records any problems that arise during collection. For instance, overflowing or heavy bins, which are immediately sent to customer service agents and supervisors who can update Council or residents well before the vehicle has returned to the depot. Core also captures the details of serviceable bins, acting as a comprehensive bin database that simplifies the tracking of missing, replaced and damaged bins. The immediacy of data access and transparency of operations allows you, SUEZ staff and SUEZ drivers to react in real time. This high degree of service reliability helps minimise missed services and allows Council to verify that bins at specified addresses were present during the truck's route, all of which leads to better outcomes for your residents. These systems are just the beginning. SUEZ is continuously looking for innovative ways to provide councils with smart and reliable solutions. The Core platform provides a strong foundation that we will continue to build upon to better meet councils' evolving needs. The possibilities are endless.
As that showed, it's an all-encompassing system. It can work within councils through API from their equipment, from their services, or via transfer in other ways. It's got onboard, core web, core mobile. They're the three facets of it. The onboard truck system, as you can see, has got GPS. It gives lift data, a DVR, RFID, weight if you want those things. That depends on the needs of the council. And it's got the digital video recording and property and bin databases that I said before. It's a simple application interface, an API between council system and SUEZ Core, and it's an option. It's there to be taken up if council wishes to run its own customer service centre, etc. That's fine. It can work either way. There's the what, where and how, and the when and how, sorry. It helps you with the planning, obviously, the reporting and the daily operations. All those facets are captured. Dispatch to response, 4G network, SUEZ Core and the 4G router. The interesting one there that wasn't mentioned very much is the truck system. So that comes off the truck CAN bus system. So it records all the data that's necessary to make sure that that chain of responsibility requirement is met. All event data reported from the onboard computer store contains a date timestamp. So whatever it does, it will have that date timestamp. Truck of the future, there's various thoughts on this. This is certainly not comprehensive. A driverless truck, I'll show you a little something about that in a moment. An intelligent truck, hybrid and alternative fuels. Just up the outside, there's an electrical vehicle. Great advancement. It's got great capacity later, I believe. We have CNG trucks, gas trucks in South Australia. There's the pedestrian detection, as you saw, somebody coming behind the vehicle. That can be put all around the vehicle, so that protects in all directions. And there are demountable robotic lifters available in Europe right now. Different levels of automation. There's driver only, which is where we generally are, or assisted. It's possibly where we are more than just the driver only these days. We have partial automation, platooning. Platooning is where you have fixed distances between vehicles so they don't collide with each other. Conditional automation, hands and feet off the controls. You have high automation and full automation. We talked about the driverless truck. I just thought I'd pop this in there and just give you a look at what is in the future at the moment.
Imagine a world where everything that can be connected is connected. A more environmentally friendly world where emissions are reduced and safety improved. A world where automation is a natural part of any workplace. To us, it's reality.
He's taking his truck for a walk now.
Manages obstacles in a more accurate and safer way, as it never gets distracted by emotions or stress, and have a far better surrounding view. Relevant data is relayed to the driver in real time to enable route optimization. Using automation like this will substantially reduce environmental impact and contribute to a more efficient and safer society for everyone.
So we have a truck that's got all the smarts, so why don't we use it for other things? For surveillance and complete geographical coverage in cities. It's cities where SUEZ collects waste. If you think you ask routes to be put together to collect your waste, to collect the recyclables, to collect the green waste, every Monday is Monday week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, possibly week 5 in the routing. The truck goes to the same place. It goes past the same place every day. It does it more comprehensively than any other vehicle that transits a city, because it visits every street and every location. And therefore, if there is a data capture system within that city or within that town or within that suburb, you can capture lots and lots of data which helps you for planning. As it says, energy losses on building facades, prevent accidents, air quality, map noise pollution, monitor on-road conditions, establish and update the digital model of a city. And finally, it's actually happening with SUEZ in a place called Rennes in France, where this is actually taking place right now. So it's the smartest cities, as it's called. It's tracking nitrous oxide emissions. It's noise pollution cut by 50%, optimised efficiency. And a small note there from Philippe Maillard, who is the General Manager of Recycling Recovery for SUEZ in France. Thank you very much.